Wolfgang Paul was a scientist from Germany. He was born on August 10, 1913, in the city of Lörrach. He grew up in Germany and always loved learning about the world around him. As a child, Wolfgang was very curious. He wanted to know how things worked. He would often ask many questions about everyday things like how machines worked or why the sky was blue. This love for learning stayed with him for his whole life. When Wolfgang finished school, he went to university to study physics. Physics is the study of how things move and work in the world, like how light travels or how magnets work. He was very good at understanding difficult ideas in physics. He worked hard to learn as much as he could, and he enjoyed solving problems. Wolfgang graduated from university and became a scientist. He wanted to help people understand the world even better and find new ways to look at things. In the 1940s, Wolfgang Paul worked at a university in Germany. He started to think about how to make better tools for studying tiny particles. Tiny particles are things that we cannot see with our eyes, like atoms and molecules. These tiny things are everywhere, but we need special machines to study them closely. Wolfgang realized that scientists could use electricity and magnets to control and move tiny particles. This idea would become very important in his work later on. He thought about how this could be done more effectively. In the 1950s, Wolfgang Paul worked with other scientists to create a special machine called the ion trap. An ion is a tiny particle that has an electric charge. The ion trap was a machine that used electric fields and magnetic fields to capture and hold tiny particles. It was a new idea at the time, and it was a breakthrough in physics. Before this, scientists had not been able to catch and study ions for a long time. The ion trap made it possible to study these tiny particles more carefully and in more detail. The ion trap worked by creating a special space where ions could float in the air, like a small cage for tiny particles. The electric and magnetic fields in the ion trap held the ions in place. This allowed scientists to study the ions without them moving away or disappearing. It was a big step forward in science, and it made Wolfgang Paul famous in the world of physics. Scientists could now look at these tiny particles without them flying away or changing in a way that made it hard to study them. In the 1970s, Wolfgang Paul was awarded a very important prize for his work. This prize is called the Nobel Prize in Physics. The Nobel Prize is given to people who do something amazing in science, medicine, or other fields that help people. Wolfgang Paul shared the prize with two other scientists, Hans Melt and John Hall. They all won the prize for their work on studying tiny particles and developing new ways to measure and control them. Wolfgang Paul's work helped scientists in many areas. For example, his ion trap was used to study atoms and molecules in more detail. The ion trap made it possible to observe very small particles for the first time in a way that was very precise. It also helped scientists develop new tools for measuring things very precisely. These tools are important for many areas of science like chemistry, medicine, and technology. Today, many modern machines, like the ones used in hospitals for imaging and testing, use ideas that Wolfgang Paul and other scientists developed. For example, the machines that help doctors see inside our bodies use ideas from Wolfgang Paul's work. In addition to his work with ion traps, Wolfgang Paul was also interested in other areas of science. He studied how atoms move and interact with each other. He worked with other scientists to understand how light behaves and how it can be used in new technologies. Wolfgang Paul's work helped to create many new ideas and tools that we use today. He was always exploring new possibilities, and his work changed how scientists saw the world. Throughout his life, Wolfgang Paul was always curious. He loved learning and solving problems. He worked hard to make new discoveries and to help other people understand science better. He enjoyed working with other scientists to share ideas and learn from each other. His ideas changed the way scientists think about tiny particles, and his work is still important today. Even though Wolfgang Paul passed away in 1993, his work is still remembered by scientists around the world. His ideas are used in many different fields of science and technology. People still study the machines and tools that he helped to create. Wolfgang Paul's work shows us how important it is to ask questions and look for answers. It also shows us how science can help improve the world and make our lives better. Wolfgang Paul's life and work are a great example of how curiosity and hard work can lead to amazing discoveries. His story shows that even small ideas can have a big impact on the world. By asking questions and exploring new ideas, Wolfgang Paul helped to change the way we understand the world around us. His work shows that we can all make a difference in the world if we stay curious and keep trying to understand things better. Today, his work continues to inspire scientists and students all over the world to keep asking questions and searching for answers. His discoveries and ideas have left a lasting impact, and they are still important in science and technology today. Many scientists and students today use the tools and ideas that Wolfgang Paul helped create. He is remembered not only for his discoveries, but also for his curiosity and his willingness to work with others to solve big problems. His life's work continues to influence science and will inspire future generations to continue asking questions and exploring new ideas.